inside now so I can check. So like you just checking for some sound. For some sound. All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hakodash, and double honors once again as always, and to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. All right, and taught us this truth, peace, much love, and citations always to the for elect. And real quick lesson, man, just flowing through the spirit of Lord's will. It be edifying to the elect. All right, see by the title, our reward from the heavens. Okay, and ultimately when you get into that word, because this is what we're doing this truth for. Okay, so reward in the etymon, it says what one deserves, just deserts. Okay, return or payment for service, hardship, etc. So we're going to, here it is, something given in recognition of merit, virtue, etc., a prize. Okay, so we're for doing this work. Okay, for putting these videos up, for going to camp, for making the necessary sacrifices, okay, that the Most High requires. Hey, we're going to get a payment back for that service, for our hardship. Okay, and what's the scripture say? Um, let's get it. First Corinthians 15, and it's verse 58. Let's see. Yeah, verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So we're not doing this for no reason, man. Okay, we understand that there's a payment, okay, at the end of this. There's a prize at the end of this. You know, we understand that we're going to be fully recognized as the men of Yahweh Bashim Shai when it's all said and done. Lord willing, we continue. Okay, and this reward is coming from the heavens. This isn't a raise at your job. This isn't a better looking woman. No, this is a whole new body that's going to be perfect from head to toe, never going to go off. All right, and with that new body comes the true servitude of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're going to be actually be able to serve the Lord like how we're supposed to, and then on top of that, you add everything else. All right, and I'll get that. Matthew 6:33, it says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Okay, so that's why we're seeking the Lord first. We got to seek it. How about Shema Shai first, and the righteousness of Yahweh Shema Shai, and then the return. He's going to do what? Psalms 37:4. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and He shall give thee the desires of thine heart. That's the reward. Now, what's the desires of our heart? You know, we're men, okay, and really we're speaking in a very low level, but we're just speaking based off of what we lack. Okay, we don't even get the basic necessities that man is supposed to receive. So we're looking to get clean food, clean water, clean women, clean air, okay, clean animals, shit, you yourself being clean, a clean body, a pure body is one that's not tainted. We're looking to get rid of this flesh. Now, the desires of thine heart, like I said, go. That's when you go into the money, the riches, the fame, the women. Okay, but again, if you seek the Most High first, all those things are going to be added unto you. Just like when King Solomon, prayed to the Most High to increase his wisdom. You know, what did it say? Give therefore unto thy servant wisdom to lead these people, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, he asked for wisdom to lead the nation, and with him doing that, he was given that wisdom. But the Most High was like, well, damn, that's you could have asked for anything, but that's what you asked for. So not only am I going to give you that, but then you're also going to receive, A through Z. So he had the wealth, he had the women, which is pretty much within the same thing. And again, we're men, so we know, hey, men know what they want, man. No more, you know, tiptoeing around your woman. You know what I'm saying? Having to flip your phone over, having your phone on silent. None of that shit. You ain't got to worry about your woman going through your phone in the kingdom. You ain't got to worry about your kids coming back from school with some, bullshit ass doctrine that they've been taught, and you got to revert it. You know, all those things are going to be a thing of the past, and that is part of our reward. We're looking for ultimate peace, okay? But we have to do the things that are necessary. Salaki is late. We have to do the things that are necessary, in order to receive these things. Okay. Um, let's see. Let's see. Where's the one? So let's do this. Colossians 3:23. Yeah, 23. It says, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men." Let's see what the T says for that. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. All right, so constantly keep that in mind too. Hey, we're working for Yahweh Shema Shah. We're not doing this to please men. It says, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Hamashiach. Okay, ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance. What inheritance? The inheritance that was promised through our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, that was promised unto us, the Israelites, so-called blacks and the American Latinos. So as long as we're doing what the Most High requires, we're going to receive that reward. Okay, it says the Lord is not a man that he should lie. That word for reward, it says Strong's G shit, Salakia. Strong's G 469, uh and Tapadosis, maybe. Let's see what it says. Let me unmute this. Strong's G 469. Antipodesis. 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 Right. So that says recompense, to reward or repay someone. Now, what are we looking to, get payment back on? Well, our service. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, it speaks about them not regarding their labor. Let's get it. We're looking to get a payback for the things that have been done unto us, man. And we'll get that too. Wisdom of Solomon 5, and then we're going to get that 2 Thessalonians 1. So, Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Yeah, they made no account of the labors, that the Israelites did to build up this damn country. So we're looking for a reward for that, man. We're looking for what, a payback, okay? Because that's part of the word too. Punishment, recompense for evil doing. Now the reward, what's the oh, let's get it. Then shalt thou see the reward of the wicked. Let's get that. Come on, man. Yep, Psalms 91. I want to pull it up here. Sleep. Open this up. Psalms 91. You can start at the top, obviously, but I'm gonna just get the point. It says, Psalms 91:8. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Right. And so with that instance, what is this talking about? Okay. It's talking about what? Punishment, recompense for evil doing. All right, Second Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the most high to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, to reward them with that trouble, with that tribulation. Okay, the ones that troubled us, hey, they're getting ready to be in a state of trouble, in a state of being downtrodden and distraught. That's their reward. But what's the reward of the elect? Salvation, peace. Okay. Our reward is from the heavens, man. When it's all said and done. Which, for the wicked, same thing. But bros get what I'm saying, man. We're gonna receive a reward for doing the good, for seeking after Yahweh Shema Shai's face, man. Whereas the heathen and the wicked of our people, they're gonna receive a reward for shunning away from the Most High, for turning away from Him. Okay, Hebrews 11:6, going back into this reward that we're gonna receive. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. So if you diligently seek the Lord, you will be rewarded. You will receive that prize. You will receive the desires of your heart. That's why whatever we long for and we yearn for, hey, we gotta have to keep yearning for it, and that should keep you going even more. You know, if you really want to rule and to have slaves and to have multiple women and to have land and riches and power, if you want that, well, you have to keep going, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to obtain it. You know, is through Yahweh Shema Shai. You don't want to take the route of just being a 2/3 and then just coming back in the kingdom and your head's low for God knows how long. No, you want to. I want to be part of the first go round. I want to see it. I want to see all these things take place, and this is a blessing to even see it. We're seeing the chip being set up. You know, it's a completely different way than what you would think, but at the same time, it's also spot on with what brothers have been saying, and ultimately, first and foremost, what the scriptures say. So we're seeing these things live out. So this is a blessing in itself. And now we're getting ready to see the reward of the wicked. We're getting ready to see them fucking perish, man. But for us, we're getting ready to receive our reward. We're seeing them get their reward, and we're about to see us, get ours. Okay. So I'll get Revelation 22:12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. Right. And you'll be rewarded based off of your works. You're gonna reap what you sow. All right, but hey, let's get that. I think it's in Galatians 6. I think it is in here. Yeah, Galatians 6. And after this, I'll close. I'll start at verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." Right? So if you constantly putting into the flesh versus the Spirit, well, you're gonna be rewarded with, the what's the word? Fuck. Damn. You're gonna be rewarded with shit. Wicked consequences, if you will. It says what's it say? Just a quick side note. A wicked woman is given to a portion of a wicked man, roughly paraphrasing. All right, so you're pretty much gonna get what you deserve. Going back to reward. What one deserves, just deserves. If you out here just constantly sowing and into the flesh, then you're gonna get exactly what you deserve. But if you sow into the spirit, you're gonna receive that everlasting reward that the Most High is coming with, that Yahweh Shai is coming with. Okay. In verse 9, it says, "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." All right. And I want to get that word for reap too. Let's see what that says. All right. Let's see. Let me go to the blue letter. Bear with me. We shall reap if we faint not. And if we keep going, right, we're going to be rewarded very highly, especially if we have to perish for this truth, man. That's a great reward. It says to reap, harvest. Let me see. It's not really saying much. Oh, here we go. Well, no, never mind. That's something different. It said one does the work and another gets the reward, but that's something different. Let's see if we can find something on Google, and then if not, like I said, we're just gonna close on that. Here we go. Reap. It says receive a reward or benefit as a consequence of one's own or other people's actions. Okay, so again, you're gonna reap what you sow, man. You're going to reap what you sow. You're going to be rewarded based off of what you put in. So if you put in 100% to the best of your ability, it may be lower than another brother's. Another brother may be more studious and so on and so forth, but that's his lot. But if you're doing the most that you can, then hey, the Most High, he's gonna keep his promise, man. So I just wanted to put that up real quick, you know, something to put up on wax. Lord will, it was edifying to the elect. Giving all praise, honor, glory once again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash, and double honors once again, as always, to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. Peace, much love, and salutations always to those elect. To the next one, Shalom.